Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now today we have here a brand new device from Infinix. It's called the Infinix ZERO 45G, and I've actually been using the phone for quite some time now. So in today's video, we're going to talk a bit about what this phone is all about and find out who is it really for. Now before we begin the video, it's worth mentioning that the phone itself costs RM1699 here in Malaysia. Again, that puts it at a fairly affordable price point. Anything that is below 2,000 ringgit that offers you these kind of specifications is definitely worth a look at. Alright, so let's begin with what this phone is all about. Now, Infinix is calling this sort of like the vlogger's phone, and the reason for that is quite simple. You would see it right in front of the box here. It says front and rear 4K 60 FPS video. Now, just in terms of numbers, the rear cameras is actually a triple camera setup. You do have that 108MP OIS. You also have that 50MP ultra wide, and last but not least, you also have a 2 megapixel depth sensor. At the front, we do have a 50 megapixel selfie camera, but those are just the numbers. I want to share with you a little bit of a couple of footages that I just shot on this device here. So let me just roll in the footages, and you guys can be the judge on whether it is a proper vlogger's phone. Let's hit the videos. Alright, so this is 4K 60 FPS. You can see how fluid my hand is. Check that out. Let's see how clear that goes. This is using the front-facing camera. Twin towers in all its glory. So it's a bit gloomy today. As you can see, it's kind of raining actually. This is how it feels like 4K 60 on the front-facing camera. Now moving to the back, this is again 4K 60 FPS. You can notice like it's very fluid when I just wave my hand. Focusing seems to be quite quick. There you go. And there you have it. So let's take a look at the Petronas Twin Towers again in 4K 60. Very, very clear. A lot of detail. This is actually very fluid. However, if you want to use the stabilization, you will drop it down to 1080p 60. Still, if you have very stable hands, and you just walk around slowly like that, you can actually get a pretty good video from 4K 60. Alright, so now we're going to try the Ultra Steady Pro. This is actually recording at 0.6 times. So this is the stablest, or the most stable we can get. If you walk a bit faster, we will still have very fluid kind of stabilization. Check out how the plants just move around. And yeah, you can actually take some pretty cool shots with the 0.6x. Personally, I think the Ultra Steady, the middle one, is actually the sweet spot. You don't really have to have such a massive crop. You can still get your hand in, at an arm's length. So you can have that. And of course, we've got a couple of people walking over there. So let's just try and maintain the same speed as them. Let me know what you think of the stabilization. From the screen, it looks pretty alright. Lots of tourists going on as usual. And everyone has come to see the Twin Towers. Alright, so now that we have taken a look at the footage, again at the price of under 1,700 ringgit specifically, I do think you are getting a fairly decent set of cameras on board, especially if you are looking to shoot those 4K 60 FPS, super fluid, as well as a lot of detailed kind of videos. This is something that you might want to check out. Now, of course, I did take a couple of photos as well, and you can see very quickly on your screens, the pictures coming off the Infinix ZERO 45G is actually pretty decent. You're getting again a lot of detail, very nice colors, not too oversaturated, and colors that also look quite true to life. Besides that, you'll also notice that the portrait mode actually came out surprisingly well on the Infinix ZERO 45G. Now, one cool thing is that the phone itself is actually able to detect whenever someone smiles and actually captures the photos right away. And so it was actually able to capture a couple of candid shots of myself. I wasn't even aware that the camera was taking the photos. I just smiled and the camera took the shot. So this is actually what you can get in terms of photos coming off the Infinix ZERO 45G. Now, those are just the photography as well as videography aspect of the phone itself. When it comes to just using the device, we do actually have a pretty decent set of specifications on here. Now we can start off with the front display, which is a curved unit. Obviously, it comes with that AMOLED panel. That means your contrast levels, saturation levels, brightness is going to be very high. But what's really cool is we do have a 144 Hz refresh rate in here. That means everything is just a little bit smoother than a 120 Hz display panel. Moving on, we do have the Dimensity 8200 Ultimate processor in here, which based on benchmark scores is something along the lines of the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. It's good enough to play some basic games, and if you want to play like high graphic games, just set the graphic levels to medium and you should be able to run it fairly smoothly. In terms of your battery, you also get a fairly decent battery in here with the 45-watt fast charge. The charger also came in the box, and you are actually able to charge up the device fairly quickly. Now, using it on the daily, I did notice that the battery life was able to last an entire day on a single charge. So although it is a very slim form factor, you do not need to worry about your battery running dry too quickly. Now, last but not least, in terms of the design. Now, this is actually a fairly new design for Infinix. We've seen this kind of circular camera cutout at the back for a couple other phones, but I think Infinix did a great job with the implementation here. It looks very sophisticated. The entire device is actually very slim, and when I picked up the device for the first time, I noticed that it actually came with a bit of weight, so it just gives that kind of premium feel when it comes to this 045G. So that's basically what you can expect from the latest device from Infinix. Again, for the price of under 1,700 ringgit, I think it's a very good deal. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you have any further questions, pop them in the comment section below as well. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.